What's up, everybody? Stephen A. Williams with Making Money with Stephen A. Williams here on YouTube. And in today's video, I got an excellent question from a YouTube viewer. I don't know if they subscribe to my channel. You need to subscribe to my channel because what I'm doing for you is special. And this will also help everybody else. The question was, Steve, what is the best process of changing my subconscious mind? I started listening to Inner Talk series of having more confidence. It's only been a few weeks. How long does it usually take to make these changes? So first, most people, they want to know qualifications. So look at that. National Guild of Hypnotists, Stephen A. Williams, certified hypnotherapist. Went through the classes, went through the instructions, and also personally experienced it for myself, the results of what you could do when changing your subconscious mind. So first, it's an excellent question. Thank you for asking it. And the crazy thing about it is I was going to make a video about this, but now I'm going to use this individual as an example so I can help them, I can help this person, and I can help you at the same time. First, let me give you a little bit of background. Subconscious mind is like a computer. Some people would be like thinking the subconscious mind is inside of our head, and then some people think subconscious mind is like universal, like it's outside of our body. For me, the way that I believe it is outside. It's like a computer that is outside of us. It's like a hologram. Conscious mind is like you're watching me and you're hearing me and you see a car coming, or things that you can react to right away. That's your conscious mind. Subconscious mind stores information. It stores information that can be true, stores information that can be false. Now, when I was going through hypnotherapy school, the thought process of subconscious was you need to change your subconscious mind. What I've learned over time, and I've also tested this on myself, everything that I will say to you on this channel are things that I've actually done for myself or for other clients. Subconscious mind, you cannot change that particular what I call an installation in our subconscious mind. What you do is you write a new program, you install a new program, and you quiet down, just like when you overwrite a program on a computer, the old program is still there because you can always go back to it, right? You can say, downgrade me back to like Windows. You go to Windows 11, you have some problems, it says revert back to Windows 10 or whatever the one was before that. Same thing happens with our subconscious mind, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you the way that I wrote the answer to this individual on YouTube, because it is very, very good. I think that you will learn and probably be able to make some changes instantly, because this is tested. And you don't have to believe me. All you have to do is try it, because I'm not here to talk you into something. I'm not here to say that I'm the person who knows it all. No, what I do is I just give you the information, and then I want you to test it and see the results that you'll get. And so now first, what I wrote to this individual is I said, and let me get this moved over a little bit, is that it's a great question. And first, you cannot change your subconscious mind, from my opinion. I used to think that way, but I learned that you will need to install a new program in your subconscious mind. And I might make corrections on here because I want to make sure that I wrote this the right way in the way that I'm explaining it, is what I asked this individual to do is to try this to prove it to yourself. And I want you to do this also if you're looking to make changes in your subconscious mind, is bring up something that happened in the past. It doesn't matter what you choose to remember. once you have that experience, once you have it, experience it as much as possible to bring it back to like the day that it happened, like that. So if you bring up an experience in your past and then try to experience it. Maybe you bought a new car, new house, met somebody, whatever that is. Feel it, remember it, whatever it is, as much as possible as that experience that you had. Next, when you have that, after you finish that memory experience, I want you to make something up that never really happened. And I want you to use some of what happened in that real experience. So let's just say that you met your wife, and you met your wife downtown Chicago, and y'all went to lunch. And then what I want you to do is I want you to add something that didn't really happen to that experience. So you met your wife downtown Chicago, you went to lunch, and then you saw, let's just say that you saw a plane. Well, let's not use a bad experience. Let's just say that you saw 2 Rolls Royces drive up, and it had Tom Cruise, and it had I don't know, J-Lo, you know, just whatever it is, just something crazy that didn't happen. So something that did happen, and then you added something that really didn't happen. So now what you've actually done is you've made a new installation. Now you have what really did happen, and you have the experience about what didn't happen. And once you install it, it's there. You're going to know, hey, I made, you know that it's true, that it's false. You know that part of the experience was true, part of the experience was false. Your subconscious mind does not know what was true or false. It just installed it as 2 experiences. And you can test this later in the day. Whatever you put in there as an experience, you can bring that up and you can remember exactly what you had put in there and what was true and what wasn't false. So now that's part 1 of how experiences and how you can install information into your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind doesn't know if it's false or real. Now, right now, it's just sitting there. It's not sitting, it's just sitting there because it has no consequence to you. So you put that in there, even though you have the real one, and that one means something to you, you put the new one in there, and that means something to you as much as, you know, you want it to be, but you know that it has parts in it that's not real. But it's still you still install that into your subconscious mind. Now, next, what I want you to do is whatever change you want to make in your life, I want you to write it down as an experience. Because we know already from what we just did with the installation that you can install something that was partially true and something that was false. And you can also put something in there that is 100% not true in the eyes of it happening. But just because it has not happened does not mean that it is not true. We have a lot of people that believe something that has totally not happened as true. In their mind, they believe that it happened, and it never happened. So we know that you can install something that is totally not true, that has no anchors or anything with something that really did happen, and that you can have things that really did happen installed in your subconscious mind, and then you can have stuff that happened and didn't happen in the same installation in your subconscious mind. So now what you're going to do is you're going to write down. And the reason why I want you to write it down is because when you write something down, you are actually activating your body. One of the problems that people find if they only work with the mind, you are leaving out a major part of making changes in your subconscious mind. Because the body is part of you. The body is the finisher. The body is one of the most important pieces. As a matter of fact, if you get the body moving in the right direction, the subconscious mind will automatically start to follow because you are actually giving it the commands using your body. And if you move your body in a certain direction, your mind will follow. So now you write down the experience, whatever that is, and you read it and you do that until you start to feel from the inside of your body that you just made it up. So now this is crazy, but you gotta pay attention. And you've had this feeling before. Have you ever made something up and you had this quiet feeling in your body like, you know that it wasn't true? Other people don't know that it wasn't true, but you know deep down inside it wasn't true. That's the same feeling that you want to have come up when you're writing that, when you wrote it down and then you're saying it to yourself. There will be a point, and depending on how intense you put this experience down, like every piece, like this is what I did. As I said, when I did this for myself, how I wake up in the morning, go to my home gym, eating breakfast, like it was so detailed about the changes that I wanted in my life that it was like a conflict inside, because it's like, this is not what you're doing. But it was something that I was telling myself that I wanted. And then getting the body activated is to go ahead and do it. So whatever part of your experience, you have to start doing those things with your body. And there's certain things that you will have to just think about because they haven't came into existence yet, but there's certain things that your body will be required to do. So when you get that feeling, you must accept that as that new installation as true, because that's when you get that quiet feeling of this is some BS. This is not true. When you get that, it's going to like have a feeling in your body. And it's just like putting a new program in there and you have just a certain feeling. You're going to be the one that feels it first. And then that means that it was installed. And now, this is how you're going to start to know for sure that it was installed. Because when it's installed, conflicts are going to start to come about. So it will cause conflicts with the old installation that you're trying to change. So again, to be clear, the old installation will not go away all the way, but the new installation will make it like you made a change in your life. And what it is that you're running on the new installation. So now, your old process that you are now trying to change will intensify. It will be your subconscious mind activating itself to alert you that something is not right according to what you've told your subconscious mind you wanted it to run for you to make your life easier. So even though that old installation that you want to change is not what you want, it does come about and let you run your life a lot easier. So it does not know if something is good or bad, true or false. It's just going to run what you put in there, what you installed in there over and over and over again. And what it does is start to give you that. It gives you that on the inside. It gives you that with feelings. It gives you that with thoughts. It gives you that with stuff materializing in life and people that you come in contact with. That old installation is all around you. It's your awareness. And so what it's going to do is it's going to activate and be like, hey, is this what you want to do? And it's going to bring up all of those old experiences. Like, do you want to get rid of that experience? So to let you know that this is real, I'm going to give you an example. And it's not one of the best examples, but I'm just going to put it out there because I think that everybody will know about this. There are people who are in abusive relationships with people. And other people from the outside are wondering, why would you stay with this individual that is abusive to you? You know that they're abusive to you. You know what they're doing to you. but they stay in there. It's because the installation, whenever they try to get away from that abusive relationship, the installation that is in there still makes it easier for them to live their life in that abusive relationship. Because they would have to rewrite a new program and get used to a new program running to be able to be out of that abusive relationship. So that is a very good example. That's why people will stay in abusive relationships, because the program is easier to run, to stay in the program on the inside, subconscious mind, is easier for it to run in your life because you've installed it and made it that way and told yourself over and over and over and over and over again, that record, that this is what you want. So it's going to give you what you want, and it's going to make your life easier to be abused. It's going to bring things to your life to make you think that abuse is something that makes your life easier, because if you try to get out of that abuse because you don't know what that looks like, it makes your life harder to get out of that abuse. So, because our subconscious mind doesn't know if something is true or false, right or wrong, good or bad, you'll need to continue to intensify the change you want to bring into your life, into your life, let me correct this, as a real experience. So you have to keep intensifying that new installation. You need to have your body experiencing that new installation. So now let's think about that for a second. If you are trying to make more money, if you're trying to start a business, if you're trying to make changes in your life, what would an individual with that body do? Go all the way to the end. How would that person be as an individual? How would that person think? How would that person carry themselves? How would that person talk? How would that person relate to other people? That's what you need to play over and over and over again. When you do this, after a while, it will be your new real experience materialized in your life. People will say you've changed. New people will come into your life and you'll feel different. So I'm going to say that again. After getting your body moving in that direction, getting the way you think, the way you talk, the way you act, the way you relate to other people, everything, your body is changing, your thought process is continually going with that change. In a way, we've done everything in the reverse. Instead of where things happen and then you accept them, you're actually installing the change and then doing it from within, and it'll materialize on the outside. So after a while, it will be your new real experience materialized in your life. People will say you've changed. New people will come into your life because those new people could not exist in the old reality that you were more aware of, that you were living. And then you'll feel different. That difference could be confidence. That difference could be exactly what you wanted to bring into your life. Now, depending on how intense you make this new installation into your subconscious, it will take 1 week to 30 days. If you deep down accept this, and I'm reading what I typed here. If you deep down accept this is the change you really want in your life, you'll start changing instantly. And you'll know it because you'll keep getting confronted inside by your subconscious mind with the old installation, and outside with roadblocks and hurdles that come as tests in your life to see if you really want the change. So when I first started studying hypnosis, which I actually started studying hypnosis and listening to tapes when I was 14 years old. It helped me overcome my deficiency with self-confidence. People used to talk about me all the time when I was younger, and I felt a certain way about the way that I look, all these different things. And I used hypnosis to overcome that. And so back then it used to say it would take 21 days to make that change happen. What I've learned and from what I've experienced by testing this on myself is that you can actually make the change happen in 1 day, and the change happens from yourself. The change is what you will accept and what you won't accept. You can make that change right now. So say, for instance, you want to increase your income. Today, you can install what amount of money you will accept and what amount of money you will not accept, and start doing everything that it would take. And that's why I said the body is important in this, and start doing everything that it takes to only be a person who will accept that amount of money. All of us can do that. I've done it. And it's a crazy thing, because when you do that, you will not go and accept the other. You can't go backwards. Here's another good example that I can use. Have you ever seen someone on the corner begging for money? Now, will you right now, as you are, go on the corner and beg for money? The same thought process can be used to make more money. You accept the amount that you want to make, and then you start moving your body and your mind to that. And when you will see that instantly, you will not accept that. You might quit your job and go and find another job. And the way that you go into that other job, with the way that you hold yourself up, with the value that they can see within yourself, in you, that they will say you're hired and you're going to make more money at that job. Or you just start a business and you say, this is the amount of money that I want to make. And you start putting everything in the steps in place to be able to make that amount. And it will come to you a lot faster, because you've already you did it in the way that it really happens, not where the money comes to you and then you have the change on the inside. No, you made the change on the inside, and the money just starts to appear. Money will be created when you start to think that way, or the change that you want in your life will appear when you start to think that way. So again, depending on how intense you make this new installation into your subconscious mind, it will take 1 week to 30 days. If you deep down accept this is the change you really want in your life, you'll start changing instantly, and you'll know it because you'll keep getting confronted inside by your subconscious mind with the old installation, and outside with the roadblocks and hurdles that come as tests in your life to see if you really want the change. If you really want the change. So now, what I want you to do is, I want everyone who is trying to make changes in your life to let me know the results. I wish you all good luck. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your time. This is Stephen A. Williams with Making Money with Stephen A. Williams here on YouTube.